Guten Morgen, Bitcoin. Today is Saturday, September 16th, 2017. Thomas Hunt. And here's what's happening today. The price of Bitcoin was up 20% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 37.84, a high of 38.25, and a low of 30. Three largest Bitcoin exchanges will stop all local trading. That's right, China has finally dropped the bomb and they've given the exchanges 1 month to settle their affairs. By October, there will be no more Bitcoin trading in China, at least legally. And as the article said, if you read to the end, markets like Japan, Korea, and the US have emerged to announce for the lion's share of global trading volumes. So the impact of this China ban is not as severe as it initially may seem. That's right. Not as severe. Don't let the bankers fool you. Bitcoin is here to stay. A great article from the Guardian newspaper in England. Addressing each of Jamie Dimon's points, the article disagrees with him wholeheartedly. Bitcoin is not a fraud. Bitcoin is not tulips. Bitcoin will get around government controls because once again, like the Finnish report said, Bitcoin is a monopoly that enforces a series of rules. Things like the 21 million Bitcoin limit, the halving structure, which reduces Bitcoin's production every 4 years, the ability to send a one-way transaction without it being able to cancel or refund. These are the rules of Bitcoin. All it is a decentralized system for moving around value, and the entire world is going to get excited. As the article concludes, if Bitcoin was going to disappear, it would have disappeared by now. While the article disagrees and says it's not likely to replace the US dollar, we are heading into an age where multiple currencies coexist, some private and some public. Bitcoin will be for the public. Bitcoin needs to be worth $1 million to be a legitimate currency. This is just an absurd argument from an absurd person. Because Bitcoin is denominated in Satoshis 8 units down, the author assumes that each Satoshi needs to be worth $1 for Bitcoin to be a legitimate currency. It's a really ridiculous argument, as if the problem with gold taking off is that gold was never denominated in $1 units. Why big banks attacked Bitcoin. Article from Forbes, not only is it defending Bitcoin against the banks, but it calls Bitcoin the people's currency, with the ability to free people from control of governments and big banks. This article, in the mainstream media, calls out the attackers and says, big banks want to destroy Bitcoin before it destroys them. Courting Bitcoin, Nebraska Ethics Board gives lawyers okay to accept. This is a really solid decision from the Nebraska Legal Ethics Board, saying that lawyers can accept Bitcoin while they must initially convert it into cash to avoid charging excessive fees. Additionally, the article says that lawyers can hold Bitcoin in escrow, provided they hold it in a safe manner, such as cold storage, and that it is kept separate from the lawyer's own property. So once again, the Dread Pirate Roberts could have put an incredible amount of Bitcoin in escrow and could have had the greatest legal defense in history. Instead, he practically had a public defender. Is there a cryptocurrency bubble? Just ask Doge. And again, here's my friend Jackson Palmer looking incredibly svelte. Nice work, Jackson. Must be laying off the beers. But he's incredibly wrong, and it's embarrassing. The article recounts the story of Dogecoin, how Jackson started it, was beset upon all sides by scammers, naturally giving him a negative and jaded view of cryptocurrency. Jackson goes on to describe himself as socialist leaning. I'm not so sure about that. And says, once again, we're in a bubble, falling into the trap of the mainstream media, who, of course, wants to declare everything that they don't understand as a bubble. We've been down the road of Bitcoin is nothing, Bitcoin's a fraud, Bitcoin's only for drug dealers and gangsters, and now we're back to the good old Bitcoin is a bubble. Now, sure, when Paris Hilton got in, maybe we all should have sold a little. But Jackson is way off here, saying that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are like penny stocks, once again making the mistake of linking all things together. All things are not the same. While many ERC20 tokens are like penny stocks, Bitcoin is more like the reserve currency of the entire penny stock industry, aka the dollar. We've also got some negative comments from Charles Hoskin, one of the founders of Ethereum, who I think was kicked off the project. And it's just a really nice article that gives Jackson front and center for him to try to drag down Bitcoin again. As everyone knows, Jackson previously quit cryptocurrencies in a huff, and now he's back to attack them, saying that the bubble will be like the dot-com bust, but on a more epic scale. I don't think so. Thank you so much for watching Today in Bitcoin. We've got a little QR code if you'd like to donate here. Tried to contact Tone, but was unable to reach him. Make sure to give this episode a thumbs up and a share. Usually we're here in Essen, Germany at the blockchain host, which I'm about to go check out, which is why I had to finish this update. Much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Today in Bitcoin. And we've got the Vortex with the Bitcoin News Show, Sunday, Pacific time, whenever that is. I'm in Essen, Germany, and let me show the QR code one more time. Just want to thank everyone for their generosity and kindness, sending Bitcoin donations, which are helping me survive in Europe. Follow me on Twitter for more exciting updates about European travel and Bitcoin conferences, and even bars that charge ridiculous covers and make you pay, or make your friends pay 60 euros because they lost their little card. If they try to give you a card at a bar and pre-buy your drinks, just turn around and leave. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.